I know it's been a few days, but you get to make your first team debut. Just what was going through your head when Peter called your name to come on the field?
Absolutely a surreal feeling. Like, I can't compare it to anything else. I was just excited. The leading up to it, people were telling me, always be ready. And finally the game's going on. I hear my name get called, and your brain kind of goes, you're kind of just like, it's time to go. So stepping on the field was just a very proud moment because there's lots and lots of hard work that's gone into it, and it was a dream come true for sure.
You have a lot of text messages when you got back.
Yeah, a lot of people reached out, which was very nice, and I always appreciate that.
I guess, what did it kind of mean for it to be a game like that against a team with so many legends?
Yeah, it was. So that was a lot. A lot of the messages were like, "It's so crazy that you made your first team debut versus that Miami team with all of those players." So it was something that's super cool, and these are guys that I've grown up watching, and getting to make my first team debut versus them is absolutely insane.
What did Peter say when you were going in?
They were just telling me, "This is you know what you're doing. Play simple, do the things you know how to do." So they were just giving me a lot of positive, just go out and do what you know how to do. So that's a lot of what they said. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was just go do your job. So, yeah.
Were you nervous, or was there no time to be nervous?
I think leading up to it, I was nervous, but when the time came, all the nerves went away, and it was just, I was ready to go. But there was certainly a little bit of nerves leading up to it, but when the time comes, you're always ready to go.
And as you kind of come into this team now, you're newer to this defensive structure, I guess, or this defensive system. What do you think about the mentality that you guys have right now?
Yeah, I think throughout the entire back line and through all the defenders, and I think through the team, there's a large focus on the defensive aspect. So I think there's been a lot of work and a lot of time going into the team, the structure defensively, and I feel like as time goes on, we're getting better and better at it. So I feel like we're really going to catch a rhythm and become a very strong defensive team, and I think every player, depending on the position or the starters or guys coming off the bench, everyone plays their role in our defensive structure, so I think that's very important.
This is your second preseason with the team. I'm just curious, how do you feel like you've grown over this last 8-12 weeks or so?
Yeah, the preseasons are always difficult. There's a lot of running, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of new tactics coming in, but I feel like I made immense steps forward during preseason. It's a time where growth is like, you're being asked a lot, but it's a time where you can grow, and there's certainly lots of room for growth. So I feel like I took some really big steps, and it was both on and off the field. There was lots of growth for me, but I also saw a lot of growth through the team as well.
Did it feel different going to camp as a pro?
Absolutely. Being a contracted player versus being an academy player, it almost feels like two completely different worlds. But I liked both of them, and I think it was nice to be a contracted player during preseason.
What was different?
I think a large difference was, first of all, there's a lot of meetings and there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for the contracted players compared to the academy guys. But it's also like, I think there's a different responsibility coming in as a contracted player, because when I was coming in last year, there might not have been, it was like, oh, let's see how he does. But this year there was real expectations set on me. So it was certainly a different thing in that aspect.
Cool.
All right. Thank you,
guys.
guys.